Hey guys, welcome to episode 20 of Wicked Recovery. I have the day off for Martin Luther King's Day, so I can record at home today instead of in the car. According to my sobriety tracker, I have been sober now for 5 months, 2 weeks, and 1 day. Woohoo! I've been pretty lucky this time around with sobriety, not really having cravings all that often. However, on Friday was kind of a long-ass day at school. Full moon and Friday the 13th. Okay, technically the day after the full moon, but still some residual insanity amongst the little kiddos. And I was over it and tired and cranky. And Friday was the first time in a long time that I had a little split-second urge to stop by somewhere on the way home and grab something. I didn't toy with actually doing it, but I felt the urge for a moment, which was not nice, not fun. I put it out of my mind, and the rest of the evening was fine. And then last night, Sunday night, earlier yesterday on Sunday, I was heading off somewhere and I had another little craving, but it wasn't really the alcohol I was craving. It was the release that I used to get from the alcohol. As an introvert, single mom who teaches and kind of works and mothers, and that's it, alcohol was always my vacation in a bottle. And it was a way I could have a break from feeling like me and feeling like myself. Most of the time, it had very negative consequences because I always went too far, and then I'd go to bed and I always would wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, kind of with those sweats and with that taste you get in your mouth when you've had too much to drink, and with the knowing, just that horrible feeling of, here we are again. You know you're killing yourself, right? You know you're going to die sooner than you should because of this, right? I don't want that. But there were enough times where that didn't happen that it kept me going. There were many times when that buzz was just right and where I felt like the most powerful badass on the planet. Just when it starts to kick in, but you're excited and you're happy and you're like, screw people, I don't care what people think, and just letting go of that constant responsible person that y'all always are in your everyday life. And yesterday I was craving that feeling of relief because I loved that feeling. I loved that not quite an otherworldliness, but definitely didn't feel like myself. And I definitely felt pretty powerful and magical. Well, again, the thought came to me, and I don't just push it away because I feel like it's sort of like trying to hold a beach ball underwater, and if you keep just pushing it down, it's going to pop up. So I looked at it, I thought about it, and then I tried to just let it go. The equivalent of, hey, there's a beach ball here. I don't like this beach ball. I acknowledge it, and it's gone now. So that's how I did it instead of shove it under. Here's how I handled it. What I'm missing and what I was craving, as I said, was the feeling of freedom and of releasing myself from living in my role, my assigned role of responsible and woman in your 40s, act your age, and yada yada. And I decided to rebel a little bit against my self-prescribed rules. It doesn't mean I went out and did anything ridiculous, but you know I'm divorced. I'm twice divorced, but I'm wearing my damn diamonds. I have some beautiful diamonds. Marriage number 1, marriage number 2. I have some gorgeous diamonds, and yesterday I felt like wearing them. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to wear my damn diamonds. They're mine, I love them, they're beautiful. I wore them all over the place. I don't wear dark lipstick. I just never have. I always felt kind of stupid in it, kind of like, who are you trying to be? You know, you look ridiculous, right? I've decided I don't think I look ridiculous. And even if I do, I don't care. I'm a grown-ass woman. If I want to wear big girl makeup, I'll wear big girl makeup. So I yesterday had a darker color, and it was like a dark purpley color, and it actually looked kind of badass. There are rules about dark lipstick. If you have dark lips, you should not have dark eyes. Well, because I had recorded a video earlier yesterday, I always go heavy on the eyeliner when I record videos. It makes me happy, so I do it. So I had my real thick eyeliner on, and then decided I don't care. I do what I want. And I put on my real dark lipstick, and I was going around looking kind of made up. I went with it. I went with it. I rocked it, if I say so myself. I was having a good hair day, and I rocked it. So even if I didn't rock it, it was me rebelling against my rules I've placed on myself, because that is what I used to do with the alcohol, and now I'm not using the alcohol, and I'm realizing if I want to break my own rules, I will break my own rules, and I can still have that feeling. It's not going to be the intoxicated feeling, but it'll be better because I can do what I want and feel good about it and still feel good about sobriety. So that would be my tip. Is there an area in your life where you don't allow yourself to do certain things because you feel like you can't do that. You're too old or too young or too this or too that. Again, it's within reason. I wasn't breaking any laws. I wasn't dancing on any tables. For me, being a rebel is wearing dark lipstick and diamonds when I'm divorced. But I felt good about it. Yeah. My book suggestion for the week is The Dorito Effect. It was phenomenal. I, of course, did Audible, so I got through it really quick during my commutes to and from work. I am actually really interested in those kinds of books about what you're really buying when you're buying food and what you're really eating and what has happened to food. I had read quite a few of Michael Pollan's books back in the day, like In Defense of Food or Omnivore's Dilemma. I really recommend the book, especially if you are at all thinking about what you put in your mouth as far as food. And if you're trying to get your eating in control or under control, or you're trying to start eating better foods and less crap, that's me. Give it a listen or give it a read. It is fascinating and a little infuriating. But luckily it ends with a hopeful, like, what can you do now that you know this? What can you do? Kind of part to it. And I think one of my goals this year, I have a brown thumb, but one of my goals this year, I'm going to try to grow at least tomatoes. I love tomatoes. And there was a whole bunch of chapters about tomatoes in that book. And I think I'm going to try to grow some. I might have to do a container garden because my yard is not ideal necessarily. But I'm going to give it a whirl, I think. That's my plan right now. We'll see if I stick with it. All right. Well, thank you for watching yet again. And I hope you are having a good week. And I will hopefully see you next Monday. Thanks for watching. Bye.